guys are bussing hard?
Bussing
yes,
hard.
we are.
Bussing harder. Yeah.
Bussing harder, that's right.
What are we up to now?
Right now?
Sorry,
13,700.
sorry, I was out of the room. We're up to
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, we were
as of our last
13
update, we're at
13,700.
$100,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, that's totally awesome. I've actually been watching for most of the day today, and
Oh, really?
yeah, that's why I knew you guys were kind of waiting for me to call. So I figured, well, I'm gonna call, and we'll just get started.
Sounds great. You had a.
We don't have a whole lot of questions posted yet because we were a little late getting our blog updated. Hopefully they will come in though to those people sitting out there in chat land.
We have
Oh,
one.
Craig wants to know how the weather is. It's raining.
Okay, no, we're not going to do that question.
No fight questions. We know that.
So you've been doing.
Oh, we got a good question here.
What are some of the things the money will be used for with the charity?
The cash donations are used in a few different ways. One of the main things we do with them is that we do a huge bulk buy of items, usually sort of Nintendo DSs and games that get shipped out to all the partner hospitals. They get like 50 DSs and a bunch of games. Then we also just give them cash donations. Every hospital gets a check at the end of the drive. And we also have some small facilities that we support with grants that, like just maybe like a small center that just wants a couple of Wii's or something like that. So we use the cash for that as well.
Awesome.
What's the best part of the charity night for you?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Because the charity night's probably also a lot of work
that
for
we
you.
do in December every year. That's a lot of fun because I get to meet people personally who are supporting Child's Play, and I guess meeting all of the people, doing things like this, getting to talk to the community is the best part for me, and knowing that we're doing something really good as a gaming community.
That's great. Yeah.
I've got a question.
Sorry, Matt has a question.
We got just a question from our blog post. Somebody wants to know a little bit of history about Child's Play and how successful you've been in previous years, like in 2007.
Right. Well, Child's Play started in 2003. It was founded by the guys behind Penny Arcade, which is a webcomic. Hopefully people know what that is, but maybe not. And originally it was just started out as a Christmas toy drive for Seattle Children's Hospital. They're based in Seattle. And it was so successful, they had like over $250,000 in toy donations that they decided that they wanted to do it, like repeat it, do it every year, and also trying to expand it so that it wasn't just their local children's hospital that they were helping out, but hospitals all over. So it grew from there, and since that time, since 2003, we've managed to raise over, well, gosh, almost $4 million now, if you count this year's total as well. So that's pretty awesome.
Wow. And how many hospitals does it support directly
now?
We
have 60 this year.
60?
So that's
60? Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 6 of
Fantastic.
those are in Canada, and I think probably about 45 or so are in the U.S., and then the rest are all over.
Yes, for those keeping score at home, we are busing from Canada.
The UK, and one in Egypt.
One in Egypt?
No. One in Egypt, I know. Everyone was always like, wait, what, Egypt? But yeah, there's a cancer hospital that is part of our program out of Cairo.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on the map last year.
Yes, our map, it's got, Canada, the U.S., Australia, New Zealand, Egypt.
Kate has a question from the blog.
What's the most rewarding experience you've had working with Child's Play?
What was the first part of that question?
What's the most rewarding experience you've had working with Child's Play?
I personally, I'm actually in Vancouver, which you guys know, but probably a lot of the listeners don't know. And my daughter, I had to take her down to BC Children's a couple of years ago, and actually going into the hospital there, it just, as a normal mom, going into the emergency room there, saw that they had like a media cart with a TV and a bunch of movies and like a DVD player, and a lot of the movies had stickers on the back that said donated by Child's Play. They put stickers on them to let people know where they came from, and I thought that was so cool. Like, here I was just coming off the street, going in and actually seeing in the hospital what kind of effect that what we do has. That was really special for me.
Awesome. Sweet. Brad has another question from the blog.
I didn't catch, we got a lot of questions coming in really quickly. I couldn't catch who was asking it, but someone was asking if they can't donate money, is there any other ways they can get involved?
Yeah, if donating is outside of your reach right now, we really love to have activism, people getting out and spreading the word around. So, like if you're a student getting your student paper or your campus radio or whatever, to get in touch with us and get information about how they can help with the exposure of child's play. That's honestly is as valuable in a lot of ways as the donations themselves, because if you can spread the word about child's play, we'll have even more people come and read what we're about and decide to help out that way. Also, people like you guys who do community events for us, gaming nights, gaming marathons. I mean, it doesn't have to be ambitious. It can just be a gaming night at somebody's house where everybody brings a small donation. Things like that are always that people can help out without basically just writing us a check.
Awesome. Matt?
Alexander Ditto, one of our viewers, asks, what was your experience with video game culture prior to working with Penny Arcade and Child's Play? Are you a gamer yourself?
I am a gamer. All of us at Penny Arcade are. That's pretty much how that's how we got involved with Penny Arcade and Child's Play in the first place. So my interactions with Penny Arcade started out at the Necrowambicon, which was one of the old fan conventions for Penny Arcade. Actually, it was the second and third year was held here on the Lower Mainland, and Gabe and Tycho came up for that, and that's how I met them and got involved with them that way. So I'm very much a gamer. Console, and I play WoW on my Mac. So yeah, I'm quite the game player myself.
Awesome. Anyone else got some stuff from the chat or the blog there?
If anyone had any questions on the chat here, please post them again. They're going too fast for us.
We didn't get quite the backlog of questions prepared.
That's okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Not going anywhere.
Has this year been going well?
Yeah, it's been going really great this year. There were some concerns, sort of with the economy not being super strong this year compared to previous years, but honestly, we haven't seen much of a slowdown. So
yeah, we were worried about that too,
Yeah.
but then we had some guy donate his entire economic stimulus check.
Yeah.
See, like I think it's people are taking an extra step this year to help us out the same way they have in the past, or even to go beyond what they've done in the past, and that just goes to show how strong the community is, I think.
Go ahead.
Is the money dispersed according to need, or is it dispersed evenly throughout all the hospitals?
It's pretty much even. We do have some hospitals that, for various reasons, are unable to have Amazon wish lists. The Australian hospitals and the one in Egypt, for example. So those ones, they get more cash. They get a bigger slice of the cash donations. Plus, we accept cash donations just specifically for them. But the rest of the hospitals, in terms of cash, it's even. Obviously, with the wish lists, a hospital that has a bigger demographic or that the local supporters are stronger, then they'll just simply receive more toy donations. So a lot of times people email me to just find out which hospital sort of has the most need, and they'll buy specifically for that hospital. And we're always happy to do that. We'll take a look and say whichever hospital has the least amount of toy donations so far, and that way people can help a hospital that's in even more need.
Nice. Yeah.
Sorry, it's going too fast to catch names, but someone was just asking if you go into the hospitals and play with the kids, or if there's some way that they can get involved and do some child's play, playing games with the kids.
That's definitely something that people can set up with their local hospitals. We've had a few people email us in the past sort of saying, can I get in touch with a specific hospital so that they can go down there. We had I remember last year there was a D&D group that wanted to go and teach the kids how to role play.
Awesome.
And I think that actually went over really well. Anytime that people or gaming groups or whoever want to interact directly with the kids and bring a little sort of personal sunshine to them, they always love that. And the best thing to do in those cases is to call up your hospital and say that you want to come in and do something with the kids, and that's something they can set up with you. We can't really do a lot to facilitate that other than just helping you get in touch with the hospital.
Fair enough.
One of our viewers has a question. If they wanted to make a toy donation to Child's Play, is there a preference for the type of gaming equipment or toys that you would prefer to take in versus other types?
Taking
Basically, what should or
a look at the wish
shouldn't they
list
donate?
for the hospital that you want to donate to is the best way to decide what they're looking for. All of those wish lists are made with input from the hospitals. If the hospitals have special requests or are concentrating on a certain console or whatever, like not all of them have Xboxes. We have, there's one hospital that's just all PS2s, for example. So if you want to get an idea of what they're looking for at a specific hospital. Check out the wish list.
Nice.
And obviously, I mean, you also give them things besides video games as well, right? I remember Gabe and Tycho at one point posting about, you know, even the smallest things can make a difference, and you know, even things like pencil crayons and whatnot.
Yeah, well, that's for a couple of reasons. First of all, we want there to be something, you know, not everyone can afford to donate a video game or a console. You know, they are fairly high ticket items. And you know, we kind of imagine that maybe like an office, a bunch of coworkers are getting together to purchase one Xbox or what have you for a hospital. But we want there to be smaller things that just an individual can donate. That's why you'll find a lot of books and you know, things like you mentioned, you know, crayons or whatever. So that, you know, you can go and you can just donate something that's just a few dollars, and it does make a difference. It does help out. Also, the hospitals simply have a need for more than just video games. You know, not every kid can go out to a community room and play on the console that's out there. Some of them need things that they can do in their beds. They're for whatever reason stuck in their bed or what have you. So, you know, we really the need is there, and we just want to try and meet it.
Nice. On a personal question, I was curious if you've seen any sort of increase in video game marathons since last year.
Oh, this is definitely a popular way to help us out. I think you guys really, you know, started a great trend, and then we had the Mario Marathon guys as well. And between the two of you, you've really raised the profile of this kind of way of helping out. And it's definitely encouraged a lot of people to get involved. I think if you look on our events page right now, there are a lot of gaming marathons that are coming up.
There are.
And a lot that have happened. So it's a lot of people realize, hey, you know, I can sit on my sofa for maybe not 100 hours like you guys, but a lot of people have realized it's a way to collect donations that they can manage.
Yeah, anyone can do it. Matt?
One of our blog posters asks that he says that Child's Play is not really well known in Australia. There's, you know, anybody who follows Penny Arcade probably knows about it, but it's not a charity that many people are aware of down there. Do you think there's any likelihood of an event being held down under one day to promote awareness of Child's Play in Australia?
Well, we do. We do have 2 partner hospitals in Australia, and unfortunately, we're not adding any more at this point because we had, for people who've been with Child's Play for a while, they know that we did have an online retailer helping us out with the donations in Australia, which was D-Store, where you could set up a wish list and go and do the same sort of thing that we use with Amazon for in the rest of the countries. Unfortunately, D-Store did not return after the first year, so we were then kind of stuck where we had these Australian partner hospitals but no way to get toys to them without ridiculous shipping. And actually, on Amazon, you can't even ship video games down there because it's PAL versus NTSC. So that was a problem for us, and we thought, okay, well, we're going to have to just go with cash donations. And I think that in some ways holds us back. That kind of experience of sitting down and looking at a wish list and picking out a game that you really are interested in and you want to have sent to that hospital, or a game that you have fond memories of playing, or that you can sort of visualize a really positive benefit, that's a different feeling than just sort of sitting down and clicking a PayPal button or sending a check. So I think until we get the sort of the retail situation sorted out with our Australian partners, that might be what's holding us back from kind of getting a higher profile there.
Nice. Fair enough. Brad?
Crate 2K5 asks, what other organizations does Child's Play work with?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
What other organizations does Child's Play work with?
Aside from our partner hospitals, mostly just, do you mean like to donate money to, or to support, or that donate to us?
I think it's the donate to you.
Oh, well, we have really strong support in the video games industry. You can look at our sponsor list on the main page, and you'll see a lot of people there. And I was listening to Sean Baptiste, who was on earlier, and the guys from Harmonix are fantastic, and they've always supported us. They come out for the charity auction that we have in December of every year. So the video game industry is totally there behind us, and that really helps us out a lot.
That is, in fact, where we met Sean first time, which was pretty cool.
There you go. Yeah, those guys are really amazing, and they have something special cooked up for the dinner auction this year. Don't want to give too much information away about that because there's an announcement coming up next week on Penny Arcade about it, but Harmonix has a special offering for the dinner auction this year.
Wow. Well, we look forward to seeing that there then, because some of us are going to be there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Should we? Yeah.
I've got one more question. We'll call this the last one. One of our blog posters asks, is there any way that he can help get his local children's hospital involved with Child's Play?
Sure. Just drop me an email. My email address is on the contact page of the Child's Play website, which is childsplaycharity.org, and you guys have that linked off of the Desert Bus license as well. Drop me a line, and we'll talk. We'll see what we can do.
Great.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for phoning in, and thank you for watching all day.
Thank you guys, and we appreciate what you're doing. The madness that you've taken upon yourself.
Yes, the madness.
It's great. Thanks a lot.
All right. Nice to talk to you. See you in Seattle.
All right. Yeah, we'll see you at the auction. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.
Yay!
It's so hot over by that light.